What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are down at our main shop and we have a few different things going on here. Rodrigo is actually off today, so it's gonna be just me and Kevin here, but I got Kevin over here working on this truck, which we've been doing quite a bit on. You can see all the brakes are ripped apart. We got all new drums for the back. We got slack adjusters for the front. Got a whole bunch of stuff for the brakes, but also we have this new battery box and air tanks, which we need to get tied in. So the batteries are pretty much done. We just got to drill a couple holes for the tie down bracket we made and then connect all of the wires. The air lines down here, which I don't know how well the camera's picking it up. Being that this battery box is wider, the tanks are now a little bit further back, so we got to see if the air lines will reach the back of the tanks. If not, we're gonna have to get some fittings and connect new air lines to the old ones and then tie them in. But Kevin's gonna go under there now, work on this and see how many fit, and then we can make a list of what we need. I can run to the store and just take one trip, get everything, and then hopefully button the air lines up either later today or tomorrow. But over here we have this skid steer salt spreader that we picked up on Friday. Over the weekend, Rodrigo and Guillermo were here. They went through it all, sanded it all down, and repainted it all. But they tested it, and the little motor here on the bottom is leaking. So I have a new one here. Rodrigo, you can tell, started pulling this apart. I got to finish this and get this new motor on. Obviously, we'll test it again, make sure everything is working fine, and then we're going to bring this up to our Dutchess yard at the end of the day, put it on one of our machines there, and make sure it works on that machine. But they also made new doors for this. This thing was in pretty rough shape, to be honest, but the doors were not sliding. Still not, for some reason. There we go. So we made new doors, new little tie down, whatever you want to call these threaded things, the locks. New door here. All of the old doors were completely rotted, so he went ahead and made all new ones. Come on. There we go. Shut that down completely. And then there's one more door on the bottom there, which I'm not sure if we're ever going to use it. It's kind of difficult to get to once this is all connected. You can tell it's opened up quite a bit right now, so this will fold up in there, and then it makes it a bit tighter. All right, guys, so we are running into a bit of an issue here. Everything is so old and rusted that you can't get on anything, and we even tried heating it up, tried to get it off by prying it, and it's just not budging. So my father's looking online to see if he can find replacement parts for this. If he can, then we'll move on to cutting this off or something to get it off to swap the motor out. The issue is that the motor under here is bolted. There's 4 bolts down in here. So in order to get those bolts out, you have to pull the spinner off. And in order to pull the spinner off, you need to get this piece off. So we're kind of at a standstill here as far as swapping the motor goes on this. But now that we have that piece off, it exposed some more of the rust here. You can see the bottom of this and then down in here. So I'm gonna take our grinder real quick and clean this up and then repaint it while we have it apart. That way there's no exposed rust once it gets bolted back together. All right, so we got all of the rust taken care of, completely grinded off, repainted and everything. This thing is in as good of shape as we're gonna get it in, at least for now. We have the spinner piece over here. This is actually a Bobcat spreader, so obviously there's no stickers or anything on it, but this was made and sold by Bobcat, so we can get parts for it directly from them. I found the diagram online. I just got to get in touch with the parts guy. We're going to get all new parts for this piece, the spinner, all these fins. Hopefully they make a poly spinner that's one piece now, and you don't have to get all these separate pieces. On the diagram they have these little fins are a piece, the bolt is a piece, the nut is a piece, the actual plate is a piece, and then obviously you have all these shaft pieces in here. So hopefully this all is one piece now, minus the shaft and whatever this piece is called. But I'm gonna call Bobcat in a few minutes and see if they can get us all of those parts. Watch yourself in case it slides.
Yeah.
It's pretty much out. I think Rodrigo is working on this. It's full of never sees. Yeah. Anti-sees, whatever you call it. There we go. Alright, here, throw this down there somewhere with the pin. Got it. All right, so we got the wing thrown out to the side here. It was a bit of a pain getting that pin out, being that we have the whole plow frame tilted forward. There was a lot of pressure on it, but we ended up getting it, and after that, obviously, it's pretty simple to swing the plow open. But we decided that we're not gonna take the wheel off. Matt was working on the other side without the wheel off, and when you have it fully turned, there's quite a bit of room to work here. So we just tested it with the jack, being that we don't have any power to the truck. We are able to still steer the truck. So what we'll do is we'll jack it up to take all the weight off of the ground, and then we'll spin the wheels the other way when he has to move on to the passenger side. But it makes it a lot easier than actually pulling the wheels off of this truck. So this is gonna sit like this until, I believe, Thursday, unless we can get the parts that we need tonight or tomorrow. Then we can continue to work on at least the airline end of things, and then once Matt is here, do the brakes, and this truck will be good to go. But we're pretty much at a standstill with the spinner. We're at a standstill with the air. We need a bunch of parts, and we don't have them. So that is pretty much it for this video. I'm actually about to get out of here. We are heading to the mall. We got to look at something there, and I'm also going to start filming a video that I made about 2 years ago as a full tour of all of the equipment that we have. We've obviously gotten a few more things since then, so I'm going to make a new one for 2024, and I think every year I'm going to start making one. I didn't make one last year, but that's okay. From now on out, I'll probably do one once a year, but I'm going to start recording it today. I'm going to have to go through at least 5 different locations to get all of our equipment in the video, so I don't know exactly when that one's going to come out. I got to make it to all of these places, but hopefully sooner rather than later. So that's going to wrap it up for this one. If you guys have any questions or comments, definitely leave them down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next time. Peace.